It's minicamp and OTA season, and today we're getting a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers and getting a good look at Roman Wilson. We're going to watch him work through some drills, catch some balls, and everything else. But before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at clips from rookie camp, minicamp, OTAs, training camp to see what your rookies are doing behind the scenes, your veterans, the storylines, the quarterback battles, guys you're drafted in fantasy, what your favorite team's doing. It's all right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're looking at Roman Wilson today. And this is a storyline we're going to watch throughout the offseason. I got 20 seconds of clips. We're going to loop this and keep talking ball. But here he is. Watch the feet. We were hurt last year, remember? We were hurt. Drafted in the third round in a very deep, talented wide receiver class. There we are. There we are. Here's the next one. Twitched up. Twitched up. This one's from the Steelers. Rising up, making the play. Rising up there. You're looking at Roman Wilson here. Going back. Let's go back to Senior Bowl time. This guy was turning heads. He was one of the top front runners at the Senior Bowl last year at the wide receiver spot, which had some good wide receivers in it. Last year, like this year's running back class, was one of the most talented, deepest wide receiver classes of all time. We already have some hitters from that class. We're probably going to have a few more, and they're going to continue to be productive in the National Football League. He got hurt last year. He did not have the opportunity to prove himself to be successful or even a bust. He has not having that opportunity. He looked good in camp last year. He looked good in minicamp, OTAs, rookie camp, and everything else last year. He's a good route runner with good speed, creates separation. And this wide receiver depth chart, they had some additions, but it's still very ambiguous. For a young wide receiver like this, who's twitched up, he could step up and become a big cornerstone of this offense. Now we're waiting on the quarterback position. We're trying to see what that's going to look like. Could it be Aaron Rodgers? Could it be Mason Rudolph? Could it be somebody else? Will Howard? That's probably going to be the main question if you're looking at production standpoint, if you're looking at fantasy football. Can this quarterback that's coming in through a Trojan horse propel multiple wide receivers for fantasy? Probably not. They're probably going to rely on the run, and DK Metcalf's probably going to get a lot of the rock. They're probably going to use the tight ends, and you're probably going to get DK Metcalf, whatever's there at tight end, with Freiermuth getting some spot weeks, and then the run game. The run game. But for the Steelers, you're getting a good cornerstone wide receiver with potential upside here. Like, he's going to be around for a bit. And they hit on wide receivers. They hit on those players that fall to them in the draft. Like, one falls to them almost every year. Caleb Johnson fell to him this year. Roman Wilson fell to him last year. They got him at a good price considering the talents. Washington fell to him, the tight end. And then George Pickens fell to them even. He was like a first-round grade, fell to the second. He was hurt throughout that final year, came back kind of late, but a very talented wide receiver prospect. They just take these talents that fall to them in the draft. And what's going to help him climb this depth chart is his ability to get in and out of breaks. He's very dependable. He's very reliable. Just one of those lunch pail Michigan players. Kind of like what you saw out of Lake Corum. Just one of those lunch pail Michigan players that's always there at the right time. Maybe not the next Justin Jefferson. I'm not even maybe. He's not. But just dependable workhorse player that's just going to be a Steeler. He is a Steeler. Like I was saying throughout the draft process last year, that when I look at his game, his dependability rating, now that's come back to me, he reminds me of a Steeler. Getting drafted where he didn't surprise me at all because how deep that class is. But we're looking at a wide receiver here that's going to help the Steelers. Fantasy-wise, he's a late-round dart throw, and he's a dart throw. And that's what you're looking at. Redraft, he's kind of outside the scope, but you might be taking that position if you really want to, considering how ambiguous this depth chart is at wide receiver. However, I'm stacking running back all day in the back end rounds. Those rookie running backs, I'm stacking back in. So Caleb Johnson, depending on your league, if we're talking home league drafts, he might be a little cheaper because home league drafts, young guys, rookies are a little bit cheaper. Underdog is pretty pseudo-sciencey, so he might be a little bit more expensive. Guys just trying to get in early. That being said, I'm pounding running back. I'm pounding running back. I'm not mincing my words with that. I've been telling you in a lot of videos, especially this year. This is going to be the hero RB year, the late round running back year, the whatever you want to call it, zero RB, whatever you want it to be. This is going to be the year for that, considering this rookie running back class. It's so deep, so talented. The wide receiver class, usually at the top end, that's where it hits, and you got to pay up for those. And you got to, like, even those mid-round wide receivers in your redraft leagues, like, you just got to bite the bullet and buy some of those guys and take that gamble, because some of them are going to hit. It was Brian Thomas Jr., which is a guy we were taking because he was going, like, a round earlier than some of the other first-round wide receivers, and we were just taking it. We liked him. We liked him a lot. We were pretty high on him. We were high on him. But the cost was also there. It was very effective. Roman Wilson at cost is a cheap dart throw right now in all formats. It's going to be hard for them to produce multiple fancy contributors on a high end. However, deeper formats, if you're starting a ton of wide receivers, this is a guy to maybe have as a dart throw ticket. If you're starting a deep league, if you got deep benches, that's what you're looking at. Dynasty tends to already have that. He should be rostered in all Dynasty formats, but he's also very cheap to get. But more functional in deeper leagues, deeper lineup setting leagues than it is in your traditional formats due to what you're seeing here. We don't even know who the quarterback is. Now, if you're looking at him as a talent, very talented wide receiver, he's going to help the Steelers for a long time. He's going to be on the field. He's going to work his way up the depth chart. He has a lot of potential to do that. I think he's going to be a great fit next to DK Metcalf. I think he's going to have good opportunity for that. I think he's going to be great NFL terms for an NFL team constructing a depth chart. I think that's going to be a great wide receiver for that. I think over time, if they ever click at the quarterback position and they can get to the point where they can fuel multiple wide receivers and we're getting more volume in the offense and we start getting into more games where we can depend on it. Right now, like if things drastically change between now and training camp, we got Aaron Rodgers back there. He's starting to look healthy again. He's starting to look good to go. You can trust him a little bit more as a back-end piece. But right now, he's a guy that you're messing with your lineups. Steelers-wise, like I always said, I like him. I think he's a great play. I think he's great for your team. I think he's a great asset. I think he's going to be kicking with the Steelers for a long time. I think he's going to be helping the depth chart. I think he's going to be helping the starting lineup as well. I think he's going to be on the field. He's going to be running routes. He creates separation very well. I think he's a great fit along next to DK Metcalf. I think his nuanceness, his ability to run routes, how technical he is, how savvy he is, it's going to help whatever quarterback you got back there. I think this is a player that's going to be a good lunch pail player for you guys for a long time. I think he actually fits the Steelers system. I've been thinking about that for a long time, even before he got drafted there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.